a whistle on the wind, a feather on the breeze, a ripple on the stream. She is sunlight on the sea, a soft summer rain falling gently through the trees, and I love her. She's cunning as a fox, clever as a crow, solid as a rock. She is stubborn as a stone, a hard-headed woman, and the best one that I know, and I love her. Yeah, well, I love her. Well, she's new as the springtime, strong as autumn blows, warm as the summer and soft as the snow. She's 1,000 miles from here, but she's everywhere I go, and I love her. Well, she loves me like a woman, she looks like a lady, she laughs like a child and cries like a baby. I think that maybe she's the one that's gonna save me.
And welcome to a very special event. We are broadcasting live from the YouTube space in London. We're here with Mike Rosenberg, also known as Passenger, and my name is Jarrad Seng. I'm not a random person YouTubers found off the street. I'm Mike's photographer, so I'm used to being on the other side of the lens, so I might need your guys' help today. If you have any questions you'd like to ask Mike, fire them away in the comments and we'll get some of them to him. But I'll kick it off. Mike, it's been a huge week for you. You've just come off the end of a 9 or 10 month world tour. How do you feel?
Yeah, pretty exhausted, to be honest, mate, but very happy. I think the tour's been amazing. You know, we've been able to go to so many wonderful countries. You know, we started in Europe towards the end of last year, and then Asia, Australia, New Zealand, America, Canada, and then we just finished European festivals. So it has definitely been, yeah, a big year, but a really, really good one.
Yeah. And what makes this week even bigger is that today you are launching your new record, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. It's out. Am I right in that it came out today?
Out this very moment, yeah, this morning. It's, yeah, you know, it's just a bunch of songs that, some of them are quite old. They've been sort of on the back burner for a while, and there's some newer ones as well. And yeah, I just decided to kind of give people a bit of a parting gift, you know, because I'm going to take a break for a while. I've been touring and busking relentlessly for just under a decade, so I actually need to stop for a bit. But yeah, it was just something that I thought would be a nice thing to offer people, a bit of new music if they wanted it, and you know, I'll catch them down the road somewhere.
So what makes this record different than your previous albums?
It's a lot worse, much worse.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
We were trying to make the worst record we could. No, I think the main thing is that we actually recorded it in a week, which is kind of unheard of. You know, usually records take months and months, and I just wanted to do something that was really, I don't know, I just didn't want to overthink it. I just wanted to go in there, record the songs as naturally as possible, and so yeah, you know, with previous records, sometimes it's a real process. You know, you might lay the guitars down first, then the vocals, then you get the drummer in, and it's all very sort of piecemeal. But with this one, it was just 5 of us in a room, kind of coming up with the arrangements for the songs, and then recording it until it was right. You know, recording it until you went into the control room and got goosebumps, and you're like, yeah, this is the take. So that was really nice, and the whole process is kind of followed on from that. Mixing took 2 days as opposed to 2 months. The artwork, which you can see behind me, which is done by a very talented friend of mine, Sarah Lannock from New Zealand. It was her first attempt at the artwork, and it was just right straight away. You know,
so it all just came together like that.
Yeah, it was really nice. You know, it just kind of feels like it's meant to be when.
I was going to ask, when did you find the time to record this album? But I think you've just answered it.
Yeah,
it's
I haven't
just
slept.
a case of...
Yeah, it's it was in February, so just after our Australian tour, and we literally just went into the studio the next day and bashed it out, you know.
And with this record, something else you're doing differently is you're releasing it independently on your own record label.
Yep.
I'm not really sure what that means. Can you explain to everyone and to me, what does it mean to put something out independently versus on a major label?
Yeah, I think everyone's aware of how the music industry is changing. You know, over the last 10 years, it's been an enormous change, and some good things, some bad things, but something that's really cool is that you don't necessarily need to be with a major label and have millions of dollars behind you to put a record out, you know. So yeah, with this one, you know, I've been funding my own albums for a long time, be it through busking or touring or whatever. This one, we just kind of thought, because we knew I was going to have a break, so I'm not going to do any touring or radio or promo or anything. So we're like, well, hang on a minute, do we really need any labels? You know, can we try and do this entirely on our own? And so yeah, we've done sort of direct deals with Amazon and Spotify and Apple and whatever else, and it will be really intriguing to see how it goes. You know, what's amazing about my fan base is that they're so excited to be involved. You guys, in fact, you know, people spread the word so amazingly well, and they share it with their friends, and you know, there's nothing more powerful than word of mouth, and if you can get that right, then sky's the limit, you know.
So I guess releasing it independently, you have more control over everything and you can go whatever direction you want, but are there also challenges that come with not having the backing of...
Of course, yeah.
labels?
Yeah, it's a balance, you know. With a label, you get support, you know, and one of the big things I think for us is, you know, physical distribution is really difficult. You know, when we're doing it on our own, we can't get it in record stores. We can't, you know, get it all over the country and all over the world. But you know, we're still able to do physical copies on Amazon and on our website as well. So if people did want to grab a copy, they could.
I want to talk quickly about music videos, and because I know from working with you over so many years and pumping out all the content that we do, yeah, what's the importance of having this visual element to accompany your music?
I think music and video are such a powerful combination if you get it right. And it's something me and you have really stumbled across, right? Like, you know, we were just making videos for a bit of fun, and then we realised that actually this is a great way of, you know, communicating with a fan base and giving them something new and fresh. And, you know, gone are the days of MTV and, you know, $10 million videos. You know, it's irrelevant, you know. I think...
You spend $5 on the ones that
$5 on your ones, yeah. $5 for the whole year we just...
Yeah, that's my salary.
Cool. But like, I think Let It Go is a good case in point. You know, we spent very little money on that video, and it's got 1.5 billion views. So I think it doesn't need to be like this crazy expensive thing. It just needs to be a cool idea, and I don't know. It's a really enjoyable thing, part of what we do, I think.
So speaking of music videos, I think we have the world premiere of your latest video, which is also the title track of the album, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Yep. Do you want to tell everybody a little bit about the song and the video and how that all came about?
Yeah, it's a really special video, this one. I think we wanted to do something different, and you know, The Boy Who Cried Wolf for me kind of evokes that, you know, that story that everybody knows, and that kind of that old, almost fairy tale type thing. And so we went down the route of clay animation, stop motion animation, and friend Matthew put it together and worked tirelessly on, you know, because it's so much work, so many hours of love and work gone into it. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy it. This is the world premiere of The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
I've lied in the past. But last night I saw his yellow eyes shining in the dark. Yeah, I know I spun tales with his voice, and I opened my mouth too fast. But last night I saw his footprints in the path. Well, I could swim every sea from South Pole to North, but I know I'll only ever be the boy who cried. Well, I am the shepherd's only son, and I know what a joke I've become. I've an honest heart, but I've lies on my tongue. I don't know how it started or where it came from, and you have no reason and I have no proof. But this time I swear I'm telling the truth. I saw that old wolf from tail to tooth, and I know that he's hungry, he's coming down too. Well, I could swim every sea from South Pole to North, and I could climb every tree, scale every course, and I could tell only the truth from this day forth. But I know I'll only ever be the boy who cried. Oh, oh, I am the boy who cried. Oh, oh, I am the boy who cried.
So thanks to everybody for firing these questions through. We've got a whole bunch here. I'm going to read you out a couple, Mike, and I don't really know what's coming up, so
Nor do I.
get ready. We have one here from Holly Mae Austin. What song holds the most value to you out of all of your albums?
I've been asked this before, and this
Tough
is
one.
album number 9, so it gets
Wow.
more and more difficult to think about this. I mean, there's a song called Riding to New York, which will always be really important to me. I think it's about a guy that I met at a gas station in Minneapolis at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's not as weird as it sounds.
All right.
But I was trying desperately hard to give up smoking at the time, and I was just about to fold and buy some, and I ended up talking to this guy outside the gas station, and he was, an older guy. He was actually, tragically dying of lung cancer, and it was just this amazingly sad sort of conversation, and a song kind of grew out of that. So I think when you write a song about real life, especially something so heartbreaking, it means an awful lot.
This one is from Ali Alabaster from
Yep.
Scotland.
Yep.
Is there anyone alive today that you would like to duet with? Keyword alive, so no corpses.
So no old schools. No corpses. Oh man, so many. There's so many brilliant artists. I mean, I've been fortunate enough to work with some brilliant people already. You know, Ed Sheeran being one of them, and a good friend of mine, Gregory Alan Isaacoff, that toured with me, and Birdie, and actually Lucy Rose, who is one of my favourite artists at the moment, came and did backing vocals for this album as well, which I think sound beautiful. And she's really cool. She does things in an independent and a cool way as well. And so yeah, I'd love to work further with her for sure.
From the 18 Nando, what are your favourite storytelling tools that you like to use while writing songs? Do you have a sort of recipe, and how do you start writing?
I don't have a recipe really. Well, I try not to have a recipe. I try and cook something different every time. I think actually that's part of it. You've got to try and remain fresh. You know, it's very easy to fall into patterns and habits with songwriting as it is with everything else. And, you know, it's really important to kind of put yourself into, keep on challenging yourself. You know, collaboration is a really good way of doing that. Working with different musicians, working with different writers or whatever it is, it just gives you a fresh perspective on the world. And yeah, I'm going to learn to, well, one of my challenges for my time off is to learn the piano, because I think that will kind kind of open up a, do you like that?
New little
Yeah, I've already got it.
Yeah, that's basically it. I don't think you need to learn.
I have got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that will open up a different kind of way of doing things in a different avenue, really.
The next question is also similarly related to recipes and probably equally as serious a question. If you could be a biscuit, what would you be? From Ellie Thorburn.
Wow, this is, we're getting deep here.
This is a hard-hitting interview right now, so, and we're live, so make the most of this question.
Yeah.
What kind of biscuit would you be?
You know what, I think I'd probably be a hobnob.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds funny.
Yeah, a hobnob. Because there's a sort of, there's two sides, a chocolate hobnob. So you get the sort of sweetness on the top, and then you kind of get a rustic, earthy feel.
Right, is that a metaphor for passages?
Well, maybe, yeah. You get a bit of sweetness, but you also get a bit of I don't know, biscuit with it. That's why you should listen to Passenger.
Yep. And from Ruth Fernback, are you really the boy who cried wolf? Does that mean you're not actually disappearing?
Oh, like it, Ruth. No, I am definitely disappearing. I am. I was thinking about it today. It's basically been like 4 albums in a row without a break, you know, because All the Little Lights, you know, the one that got really big, that was like a 2-year campaign, and then we went straight into Whispers and Whispers 2, then Young as the Morning. Like, it's just been relentless. So I think for the benefit of my health, and also I don't want to bore people with my music, you know, I want to give people a break as well. So I think for all of us, it's probably a good move.
Okay, I think we have time for one more question. I'm going to scroll through. We'll go with this one from Jess Backen. Which gig has been your favourite so far?
Wow.
Not a tough one.
It's kind of like the song question. There's so many.
Let's pick one from just this latest tour.
Just this latest tour. We ended the tour in Dublin at a place called the Ivy Gardens, and I think it's a beautiful setting. I always have good gigs in Ireland. The crowds are always amazing, but I think it was the last gig as well, and it was quite an emotional experience, and it just happened to be a really great show as well. So that one is fresh in my mind, and that's the one I go with, yeah.
Cool. Well, I think we have time for you to play one more song from the album. Do you know what you're going to play?
Yeah, I'd love to play. It's one of my favourite songs on the record for sure. It's a song called Setting Suns.
Cool. Well, I'll let you get set up. Thanks for chatting to me, Mike. You don't normally, so we do it here at YouTube. So everybody, thank you for watching, and if you are interested in buying the latest record from Passenger, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, there'll be a link down in the description below. Once again, thank you very much. Thanks for Mike for taking the time out, and I'll let you take it away.
Well, I walked out this evening, stood out front of my house to see the daylight leaving, when my eyes are pointed south. Felt like I was dreaming. I'd never seen the sky so red. Gave me the strangest feeling when a voice inside me said, all my life I've been chasing setting suns. See me running up the hill when the evening comes. Now they get further away the faster that I run. I'm getting old and tired of chasing setting suns. walked down to the ocean, sat on the cold hard stones, saw the seabirds fishing and the sunlight glistened down on my English home. I thought back to all the things I've seen, the people I know and the places I've been, the city skylines and the fields of green. It's a wonder I made it home. All my life I've been chasing setting suns. See me running up the hill when evening comes, and they get further away the faster that I run. I'm getting old and tired of chasing setting suns. Sing it all on. Well, all my life I've been chasing setting suns. See me running up the hill when the evening comes, and they get further away the faster that I run. I'm getting old and tired of chasing setting suns. I'm getting old and tired of chasing setting suns. Well, I'm getting old and tired of chasing setting suns.